So you said 6 months ago you started your own business. Before that, you had a sales job. Why did you decide to make that transition?
Great question. So the reason why I made the transition is because I was looking 10 years from now. Every decision I'm making now it's 10 years from today. So if it's a good decision that's going to help me 10 years from now, I'll do it. If it's not going to impact me in any way, I won't do it 10 years from now. So I kind of had that reality, right? I was in sales for like 5 years. I moved down to Miami for my role I was previously at, did a lot of production for them. And and I was at that point, man. I was making good money. I was making more money than I ever made in my life, but it wasn't about just making 30 grand a month or 40 grand a month or 50 grand a month or whatever it is, 80 grand a month, right? It was about, hey, what's my life going to look like 10 years from today? And so I really made that decision on Thursday. On Sunday, I wrote out the business plan. And then that Monday, I left and started my business the same day and
Well,
went
that's
full
fucking
time.
amazing. Yeah, I see with your energy as well. You're a fast action taker. Like you like to be quick like this.
Yeah,
That's fucking
exactly.
amazing. What company did you start?
So I started a company. It's called Find Me Staffing Solutions. I'm the CEO of it. And my main duty is I place proven remote appointment setters and closers inside of your business.
That's amazing. Why did you decide to do that?
Two things. I know people and I know sales. I don't know marketing. I don't know construction margins. I don't know like engineering, building rocket ships, like things like that, dude. I don't know any like complicated stuff. All I know is I know sales and I know what a great salesperson is. So when I got introduced to this space, I looked at it and I'm like, dude, this is a no-brainer. Like I'm so good at it. Like I already know what to do. I know everything about the space. I know the onboarding. I know the what a salesperson is. I know the crates. I know how a person should get trained. Um, I know how much money they should be making, how many calls they need to make, all that, man. I know all that data. And so, dude, it was like a no-brainer. I'm basically it's a parallel business to what I was doing previously.
I see. Bro, that's fucking amazing. How's it going so far?
Mhm. It's going very well, man. Thank you for asking.
Amazing, amazing, very good. So you're also planning to stay in Miami, I assume.
Yeah, for sure.
Amazing, bro. That's amazing. Yeah, but you gotta make your way out to Germany at some point.
Oh, absolutely, man. Those are my people. Those are my people, man. My last name's Dietz,
True.
man.
Very true. Yeah, bro. When I joined the call, I saw like Dietz. I was like, oh, maybe you're German.
Yeah,
So
there's
yeah,
something there. Some
yeah.
some German, some German there.
So you have German roots in your family?
I'm sure I asked my dad about this actually, and he says I'm Irish and Polish. So it makes sense, but dude, like there's gotta be somebody from Germany in my family, bro. Like Dietz is a hardcore German name, you know?
That's true. That's very true, brother. That's very true.
Yeah.
Bro, let me ask you this. What's your target with that company? So you're
My
looking
target,
years down the
go
line.
ahead. Say again.
You're looking 10 years down the line, you said. So what's your goal?
So my goal is in 3 years, I want to build this company to 100 million. 10 years from now, what I want is I want to have Dietz Enterprise be the parent company, and then have many companies underneath that, right? Like real estate. Um, I would like to do like a charity, like a foundation company, training company. I would like to have like partners, right? Whatever it is, right? Recruiting obviously is in there, right? And I'm looking to just expand, right? Maybe in the health space. I'm really looking to like have that parent company and then have the real estate and have all these different companies that are working parallel with each other able to produce. The training won't happen till a while from now, but um yeah, the first target is this recruitment company because I know if I built a great recruitment company with no sales training involved, once I release the sales training, it's going to be lights out, you know.
Bro, that's fucking amazing. Bro, it's really refreshing talking to you because many people that I speak to, they have like smaller goals. They want to make like 100K a month or something like that. And they're looking to do that in the next 1 to 2 years. I'm like, I don't care about that small-minded stuff. Like 100 million in 3 years, that sounds better to me.
Yeah, it's a good game to play.
Do you have the whole plan laid out that you need to take step by step by step to get there in the next 3 years, would you say?
I don't.
Do you think that's a good thing?
I think it is a good thing.
Why is that?
100%. Because you have it laid out. You have it laid out step by step on the target, on the goal, how you're going to do it. I should definitely do that and lay it out exactly how I'm going to do it. My philosophy behind it is that, dude, like I'm setting such a big goal. Will I hit 100 million? It's absolutely possible. Although, dude, I'd rather fall short of 100 million than 100K a month, right? Or like 400K a month or $2 million a month, right? I would rather fall short of 100 million and maybe hit like 60 million a year than like set a target for like $5 million and then only hit 2 million. Big gap there, right? So I'm a big believer in like setting enormous goals and having them so far away that like, dude, I'll have to like create a miracle in order for it to happen. By the way, some of the stuff I write my goals down every single day in this planner. I've been writing my goals down every single day religiously for the past 4 years. I started writing my goals like 6 years ago. Not every day, but I wrote them down. Some of the stuff has actually already came true. And back when I was mowing grass for $20 a piece on unemployment with no hope to give, I had these massive goals, right? It was like make $1 million, make $1 million by 25, right? I did it. I've made $1 million, right? It wasn't by 25. I was 25. I was 25 by the time I made $1 million. It wasn't in a year, but I made it in a span of 3 years in income. And so I'm like, okay, that's a form of one of my goals that I hit, right? Other one was like move to Miami, right? Like where I'm from, it's a very small town. You kind of live there, very, very rarely do people ever leave that town. You get what I'm saying? And dude, I made the huge leap, bro. Like I made the leap. I only had one plan and that was to make it happen. And so, me moving down here was like a really, really big goal of mine. And I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know when it was going to happen. I just knew it was going to happen for sure. And here we are. Things are just starting to click,
That's amazing. That's really, really, really amazing. Great to hear. Would you say that having that sales position in the beginning of your journey, I mean, you said you were in car sales, then you had a sales position online, more or less, and then now you transitioned into starting your own business. Do you think that being in sales in the beginning and now having your own business is the best way to do it? Or do you think it could have gone even better if you started your own business first?
That's a really great question. I constantly think about that question about, hey man, what if I started it a while ago? What if I started it 6 years ago, right? Here's the thing is I'm happy with the journey that I'm with, right? I'm very proud of my journey and where I'm at and where I'm heading. I know for a fact that if I didn't have the knowledge I have now, there'd be no way I'm in a position that I'm in today and be able to produce at a high level and have a amount of respect for myself. Because what I was doing 6 years ago with my ethics level 6 years ago, I would not have lasted probably even a year doing business on my own, right? I just didn't have the data, right? Now, other people can, man. Other people, they just have that thing, dude, where they're just like, hey, man, I'm just going to start my business and go, right? The way I look at it is like, if you're in a sales position, get great at that sales position. Become a professional, even if you hate it. Be an absolute best person you can be towards that company. Because if you're hating on the company you currently work for and you try and go to start your own deal without mastering your first job, all those problems are just simply going to roll over and you're actually going to get no progress. Right? So,
Oh.
I'm really big on mastering your role that you're in now. Right. I have some people that ask me that question about like, hey, should I start my own business? Right. Dude, I 100% agree. You should start your own business. But first, you should master the sales job you're at and make a lot of money without having to spend any of your own money first. And just get income, man. I mean, that's literally what a position is for, man. When I have my business, and I have employees underneath me, bro, I would want people to start their own business, right? It'd be a great thing. Like it means I'm doing a good job, right? Now it's gonna suck if I have like my right hand man, he leaves and starts his own business, right? But then again, that's when you set up the culture in a way for it's a long term play, you know.
I agree. I agree 100%.
Great
Cool.
question.
So, I mean, in that case, if you say you want your people to start businesses and you want the people that work with you to really make it big, and that also will potentially lose them in your company over time, how much emphasis do you put on educating them in the process?
I would educate them on the roles that they currently have. Like, let's say if they're a marketing manager, I'd give them all the information on how to do marketing, everything. If they're in the sales position, I give them all the information on sales. Right now, when it comes to owning their own business, I'm not going to give them the exact steps. I'm like, hey, man, this is how you run a company. I don't want them to own their own business like right away. Right. I would want them to do well. Right. But I wouldn't want them to leave right away. Now, if they're like Q&Aing, like questioning themselves and like, they're like, hey, Q&Aing is like question and answer. Like you're just questioning what's happening. Like, for example, let's just use me as an example. Right. I'm a salesperson. I have a thought. I want to start my own business. Right. First thing I need to do is I need to tell my manager, hey man, I have this thought in my mind. I have a thought. I want to start my own business. What do I do? Right. I want to stay with you, but I also want to start my own business. What's next? Right. And so, there's two ways you can handle it. Number one, you can either like crunch the guy down, just like, hey man, you're not going to run a business. You're not going to run a company. Or you can be like, hey man, like truly like proud of you. I 100% respect what you do. Like, good for you for doing it on your own. We want you here, right? And we want you to win, right? No matter where you're at. You know what I mean? So there's two ways, right? There's two ways you can do it. And so I'm a firm believer in like, hey man, if they want to leave and start their own business, if they're in a position to, absolutely. But if it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's like, hey, I'm going to start my own business right now, but you have no plan, no education, you don't know what you're going to do, I would definitely want that guy to stay in the company, because he's confused, right?
You want to
Like,
set them up for success first.
yeah, exactly. I'd rather have that guy help him out because here's the thing. If I treat my employees well and they start their own business, guess who they're going to thank?
You,
Me. Exactly. And so I'd rather have a great reputation of the people that I work with after they leave the company than ruin a relationship because of some decision that a salesperson made or an employee made. It's ridiculous. It's so minor, right? There's 8 billion people on this earth. You know what I mean? So
I agree. Okay,
yeah.
cool. That makes sense, bro. Another question that I have for you, and this is a really interesting one in my opinion. You were obviously a salesperson. You did sell a lot, and you say that's your core skill, sales and people. And that's the main thing. Obviously, in your company, you need to market as well. When getting people into your company as a marketing manager or people that just do the front end for you, how do you ensure that they are good at what they do if your main expertise isn't in that field?
Man, that's a great question. That's a really great question. I would look at their results, what they've done in the past, and what their goals are with my company and with their own self. If they have really small goals and they're looking only to make 5 grand a month, then I wouldn't want to work with them. Even if they're the best marketer on earth, right? It's the think. Now, if they're so marketer and they're like, man, I want to grow this company and help you hit it $100 million, dude, I will bring that person on, dude. 1,000%. I would rather bring a person on that is a lesser quality, willing to learn and hungry to grow than somebody that's not willing to grow and they're the best at what they do.
So it's really about the drive inside of them.
Exactly. I always look at, hey man, what is the potential here? What can I actually see can I see this guy working with me for 2 years? Typically I look at that, 2 years, 3 years with a company is a good amount of time. It's a long time. For me at least. I mean, I'm with a company for 2 years and I'm like, damn, that's a long ass time. Last company I was with was 3.5 years. I was like, damn, that went quick. Right. I'm
Yeah,
26. Right.
bro.
So like, I'm like, dude, I need to move fast, man. I can't just stay in the same place. Like, bro, I got things to do. You know what I mean?
100%, bro. I completely get what you say. It's also, I've heard this before. I'm not quite sure whether it's true, but it kind of makes sense. I've heard that when you're around the age of 23, 24, 25, 26, around that age bracket, you kind of are at the not breaking point in your life, but you've basically lived half your life already. Not because of how long you live, because obviously average age, what is that, like 74, but because of how it feels. Anything after 21, 22, up to 24, 25, 26, it just feels like it goes up by a lot faster because you're doing so many things and you're kind of creating yourself faster, if that makes sense. It's like an acceleration process. So I get what you mean. The urgency is there, but that's
Yeah.
a
Yeah, man.
do you feel because from the energy I get from you, you're a very urgent person. You like to get things done quickly, right? Do you feel as though that's the only way to grow a company properly?
Yes,
Why is that?
absolutely. If I'm not urgent, nobody around me will be urgent. And if I don't press at a full 100% capacity, there is no chance that my company will survive, my salespeople will survive, any of my employees will get paid any money because I'm not urgent. And the type of people I bring inside my company is an exact replication of me. I like using this example. If you go to the club every Friday, every Saturday, and every Sunday, and you post it online, who are you hanging out with there? The people who go to the club Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, every single weekend, right? If you're posting that online, guess who likes that? People who like to go to the club Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if I'm 21 years old and I like going to the club Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I see this guy work 4 days a week, I'm like, dude, this is awesome, man. This guy parties, he drinks, hangs out with girls, man. He's living the life, man. Going out late at night, right? And I'm like, hey, man, I want to work for you, right? And I want to do that stuff, right? You're going to bring that into your business. Now, on the other hand, no partying, no drinking, no girls, work, no weekends, promotion, suit and tie. The party guy, he's not going to reach for this yet because he's not mentally there to do it. And only the people that are actually doing this right now are going to be the ones to work with that because they have the discipline level in to do it.
Let me
And
ask you.
so there's just such a gap, you know what I mean? Such a gap. And it's dude, it's literally in plain sight what's happening on earth right now. And it's like people are blind to it, bro. They don't see it.
I see what you mean, yeah. Bro, let me actually ask you this because this is a bit of a more funny question and a bit off topic. You said suit and tie. I never wear suit and tie whenever I work. I've never even done that ever in my entire life. Do you think I should start doing that?
Absolutely, man.
Why is that?
You wear a tie, you wear a nice dress shirt like this, you put a suit on sometimes. Bro, I'm telling you, your income will go up.
Why?
It's just you're being a professional, right? If I'm closing $1 million deal, bro, I am not wearing a t-shirt. Bro, I'm going there
Sure.
suited up, right? If I'm
Do you
going,
think
dude,
it's
if I'm
gonna have
going
an
into
impact?
say again.
Do you think it's gonna have an impact?
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, bro, I get compliments on it every day. Every time I see someone in person, I outdress everybody. Bro, I literally outdress everyone. I've been doing this business for 6 months, right? There's only one guy I was on the phone with that was wearing a suit and tie. Actually, two people. Both of them own a very, very, very successful business. One, they run like a $200 million company. The other one runs a few $1 million painting company. And out of everyone that I dealt with, there was only two people. And every single time I get on the phone with these guys, I'm like, damn, that's a pro. Bro, me being on this call wearing this and being on a sales call wearing this, bro, I get ultimate altitude. I already get altitude.
I see. But it's
Because there's
also
no, dude,
the environment you're
there's no
in.
one else doing this. Yeah, exactly. You know, they're like, damn, all right, this guy's a pro, right? I even had a guy the other day, I was working a deal, and he goes, hey man, nice tie, man, nice pant, nice shirt, man, nice shirt. Let me see your pants, right? Because he thought, he's like, you wearing shorts, bro? You wearing shorts? Is this fake or is this real? I'm like, bro, it's real, bro. I got the dress shoes on and all. He's like, all right, I see you. He's like, that's a true pro. That guy runs like 4 companies. Guy's huge, massive. You know, he wasn't wearing a tie. He was wearing a t-shirt, but he was impressed that I was wearing a tie.
I feel like it
Right?
really depends on the type of person you deal with. Like if you deal with more corporate people, then it's very important. But I mean, there's also people that make a lot of money. That, for example, I have a friend, he has a crypto agency dealing with Web3 clients. The guy wears whatever the fuck he wants because these people are young and have a lot of money. But they don't care really about that stuff. Does that make sense?
1,000%, man. I mean, it's to each of their own opinion. My opinion, my true opinion is that, dude, like, bro, nothing can go wrong wearing a suit and tie, bro. I mean, dude, if you just look at Donald Trump, for example, you will not see that guy without a suit and tie on. The only time you'll see him without a suit and tie on is when he's golfing.
Yeah, I
That's it.
think I've never seen him without it.
Yeah, dude, and he's a pro. That guy's a pro. I mean, dude, I'm trying to get to that level, right? So that's the game I'm playing, right? I'm playing a big game, dude. I want to play a big game. $1 million is cool, man. I'm trying to get to 100 million, 200 million, a billion, right? I'm trying to get to those levels. I know it's not going to happen. I mean, dude, granted, it could happen wearing a t-shirt. It's cool. Wearing a t-shirt's cool. But I have enough altitude with myself that I want to set a good example for myself and others because I'm a representation of my business and I'm a representation of the type of salespeople I bring into my company. So if I'm wearing a t-shirt, nothing against wearing a t-shirt. Although, like, let's say if I'm doing a podcast like this, or if I'm whatever I'm doing, man. Maybe if I'm shooting some content, doing a meeting, whatever, bro. If I'm in a t-shirt and they see me wearing a t-shirt and they get on the call with me, they're gonna be like, oh, I can just wear a t-shirt. But if I'm wearing this, they're like, oh shit, okay, I need to step my game up. This guy's wearing a freaking tie. He's dressed nice, got clean shave, right? That's a professional right there. You know, that's a true pro.
I see. Okay. So it's really about the perception you're trying to curate there properly.
Exactly, man. Exactly, bro. I'm telling you, dude, if all you do is just wear a tie and a nice dress shirt like this, a white t-shirt, white shirt, dress pants, bro, every day, dude, your income will skyrocket. Like just off of the fact of you dressing up, and not only for the other person on the phone, but for yourself as well. Like I have more self-respect for myself because I have the discipline of doing this every single day, regardless. Right. And I want to create a culture of this. And I can't create a culture of this if I'm showing up in a t-shirt.
I
You
agree.
know what I mean?
I agree. I speak to this about the partners that we have all the time. We always say, bro, people don't care what you say. If you have a team of 5 people, you tell them to show up on time and you're 3 minutes late every time, they will be fucking late. I can guarantee you. So it's the same there. Makes sense.
Exactly. Exactly. It's an exact replication of who you are. Exact.
I see. Okay, okay. So how many people do you have in your recruitment company right now in terms of employees?
Yeah. So right now it's myself and my girlfriend. So she does all the marketing and then I do all of the sales, all of the outbound, all of the everything you see online. My girlfriend films it and then I'm the face of it. So we're working together on this.
Nice. That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Do you think it's a good idea to work with your girlfriend in the business?
Yeah. Yeah,
Why is that?
1,000%. If she's on the same page as you, then 1,000%. You know, I mean, dude, truly, if it wasn't for her being there and being good at social media and like having an urge to do social media, I would not be able to produce and promote at a high level as I am right now because, dude, I'm so freaking busy with other things. I don't have the time to post 2 times a day, do the editing, do the filming all of myself, right? I'm only one person. So whether it's your girlfriend or like a good friend of yours or a partner, 50-50, right? It's always good to have someone else there, you know, just like teamwork, right? I own 100% of the business, right? It's 100% mine. She works with me in it. But dude, if you and your girlfriend are on the same page as far as expectations, goals, targets, you know, I think it's great. I think it's really, really great. The only reason why it wouldn't work is if there's no expectation set in place for it.
I see. Bro, another question I have, which is really interesting. You said that you want to reach 1 billion as well. Do you like, because this is the thing, like, I truly think if you have anything above 100, 200 million, there is pretty much nothing you cannot buy or rent in this world. Pretty much, right? Why go for 1 billion, 2 billion, whatever your long-term goal is?
Yeah, so the reason is because I want to create a generational wealth for my family and all the generations to come. So like my primary goal with the billion is to have it be through real estate. So I want to own real estate and have the real estate just freaking just literally just it's like a machine, just pays you $2 million every single month or $5 million every single month, dude. And that will go on forever. As long as you manage the properties and up the rents when it's needed, dude, it's like literally free cash flow. It's insane.
That makes sense. Amazing. Bro,
Yeah.
I think we already packed a lot of value in this. Do you have any final words to round it off?
Yeah, for sure. So if you're watching this right now, write down the goals that you have and do not lower them and obsess over the goals that you have, whether you're dead broke, whether you're working construction, whether you're a waitress right now or a waiter, and you're having a hard time seeing the next step, just take a notepad out and write down what you want in your life and keep writing them down every single day until it becomes real for you. And I promise you, the more you write things down on a piece of paper, notepad, put it out there, the more it'll come into fruition. So I encourage everyone to do that every single day and get into sales. And you guys can follow me on Instagram, Chris Dietz, CEO. That's ChrisDietz, CEO. And I'd love to connect with you guys on there.
That's amazing, brother. Thank you very much for that. That was amazing.